Go hard, or go home. Go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Caught filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. To get money fetish, same team, I don't set trip.
What
Never
up?
dull, this electric. When they put the Ricks on my toes, me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone, end zone. Keep 'em coming. I know.
Welcome back to the bottom line.
No, I'm not dumb like that.
Episode 42.
I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard,
4-2, baby. 4-2.
go
We're
hard,
deep in the playoffs.
go home. Go hard,
Yeah, deep in the NFL playoffs, conference championships. We talk a little NBA. Episode 42. Like, share, do all that good stuff. Let us know how you think. It's time to go hard or go home. Episode 42 of the bottom line. Let's go.
Go home.
Let's go. All right. Here we go, man. Episode 42. So you doing good? Everything all right? You having a good week?
And just a little snow.
A little snow?
Cold.
A little cold. There's a lot of cold over there.
Hey, did you see the thing I tagged you with?
Which one?
With what's his name? Josh Allen.
Oh man, all that snow, man.
Bro, and you saw
Man, get out of
he
here.
had a shovel. It was him out, man. That's how bad it is, bro. Not now. A few weeks ago it was that bad.
They're digging him out, huh?
Bro, they gotta dig you out.
That's crazy. Hey, you know what I haven't seen Hyde and O'Hara all season long? Jake Montoya, where has he been? Is he in a cave? I talked to his dad. He hadn't said nothing about him. I don't know. I hadn't seen Jake. Maybe I feel bad. Maybe something happened to him. Maybe he's in the hospital.
So
or something.
when we talk football, we'll talk Nathaniel. I think they're preparing Nathaniel Hackett for a big deal. We went to the New York Jets as the offensive coordinator. I know what's about to come out of that, bro.
Okay. Talk a little football. Okay. All right, let's talk. Let's do a little talking. Like, share, do all the good stuff. Appreciate you. Let's talk a little bit. 948 members on the Facebook group. We appreciate all the Facebook members. Appreciate you. Share all that stuff. So, I don't know if you want to put it up on the screen. We can. I got it up. I think I got a picture of them. Yeah, let's put it up on the screen. But so the NBA All-Stars was announced this week, and I think the February 2nd will be the backups, or not necessarily, but the reserves, what they call them, right? So let me see. I think I got it right here. So here's the starters. So we got Giannis Antetokounmpo in the East. In the West, you have LeBron James. Is I guess he's the biggest vote getters. There you got to see their lineup, their stat line. LeBron's having a pretty good year considering his age. He's played quite a bit of games this year. He hasn't missed too much. He was a little early, missed a few games. And you got in the East, you have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, and Jason Tatum. And then in the West, you have Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, Nikolai Jokic, the Joker, Zion Williamson. So here's your starting lineups. What are you thinking? You like this starting lineups? Any snubs that you think of? Some big snubs or anything that you think should have gone in here? Who do they replace?
Man, I think overall with the starting lineups, I think they pretty much got it right, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the East starting lineup, man. I like Giannis.
Okay.
Giannis, Durant, and Tatum, and Kyrie Irving, man.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people were saying that Kyrie Irving should have made it, but I don't know. Some people said Zion didn't play enough games to make it.
But it's all off the fans.
It's kind of hard.
The fans vote. I mean,
yeah. I guess Giannis is technically your center. I don't know. They don't have a center in the lineup here, per se, in the East. But you got Kevin Durant and Giannis, and then you got 3 guards. So, that's your starting lineup, I guess. Yeah, I guess Jason Tatum's considered a forward guard, or he could be a guard. But he does bring the ball up a lot like a guard. Durant does the same thing. So a lot of people saying Joel Embiid maybe, and maybe John Morant got snubbed in this whole thing. What are you thinking?
Morant should have been in the picture, man. He's been playing hell of a good basketball, man.
Yeah? Yeah, Durant's been playing good. But some people talking about maybe Kyrie should have been there since he's a guard. You got to pick, or maybe Jason Tatum. I don't know. A lot of people making a big deal about Zion. He just say he didn't play enough games to be there.
Like I said, when I looked at the numbers, man, when I looked at the voting numbers, guys were
right.
LeBron got like over 7 million votes.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic,
mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis, and Zion got the most votes from the West, and then from the East you got Giannis, Durant, Jason Tatum. If it were me, I might have put Embiid in the starting lineup for the East too, man.
Embiid, but who do you take out? Who do you take out though? Jokic? He's a center, or would you put him in over Zion? Or actually, he'd be in the East, right?
Ooh,
you take out Tatum or Durant? You take out to put in Joker. To put in Embiid.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
It's hard.
Hard.
You only got 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think overall, when you look at both rosters look pretty comprehensive.
Right.
Both teams look pretty good. A gambling person, I think the East has the strongest team.
Stronger lineup.
Yeah, man. And the East. The East. Yeah, definitely the East.
Have a stronger. Well, they definitely got more defense. I wouldn't say Donovan Mitchell's, but Luka's not really a defensive guy. Steph is not really defensive. LeBron's not really a defensive guy anymore.
LeBron definitely not a defensive guy.
Most of these guys in the West don't play any defense. Zion plays a little bit, maybe Joker a little bit, but you have better defense, I guess, in the West, in the East, especially with Giannis, and then Kevin plays pretty good defense. And Kyrie can play it when he wants to, but he wouldn't be a great defender. But Jason Tatum plays decent defense, so we'll see. The reserves are coming in on February 2nd. Let us know what you think. Did anybody get snubbed? Some people say Tyrese Halliburton has had a great season. He probably should have been in there. I think it was Chris Broussard from the First Things First. He put in Tyrese Halliburton from the Pacers. He's having a good year this year. So, he put him in. But a lot of this, they were talking about it. Some of it's just a popularity contest,
Yeah.
Because you got the fans get 50%, the players get 25%, and then the writers or the sports guys get 25%. So, yeah. Go ahead.
No, like I said, overall, I think they did a pretty good job with the
Okay.
top 5 on
Pretty good. Okay.
reserves are coming from both sides.
Right.
Then
Okay. So as long as we're
accurate, who I think
right,
win the game. But right now,
right.
I think the East has a stronger team.
Yeah. Yeah. You might be right. So moving on to the, we're getting by to hit the All-Star break, so a lot of things happening. Things are going to shake out pretty soon as we get this All-Star break in pretty soon. Here's the Western Conference Finals. So one of the questions is the Lakers going to make it? Right now they're 23-26. They're in 13th place. Are they going to? They've been playing better. I mean, and Westbrook hasn't been a distraction like last year, But what do you think here? Can the Lakers make the playoffs now? I mean, if AD comes back, what are you thinking?
Let me just read off what the Lakers got in the next 3-4 games. Tonight, they got the follow on Monday night. Then the Knicks, the Pacers. Those are their next 4 or 5 games. Do I foresee the Lakers 3 slots? Right now they're at number 13. They have been playing pretty good ball. Means they got to beat out the Trailblazers, the Thunder,
right,
and get into the Jazz. Or I can see them possibly get play in. Potentially.
Well, I guess it'd be somebody's the playoffs are playing. Either one. I mean, can they make the play-in? Maybe playoffs. I guess they'd have to win the play-in to get into the playoffs. So, man, that's a long road.
That's a long road ahead.
That's a lot of extra games. You got to play. If you just make the play, I think it'd be better if they just came in at number 6 and just made the playoffs. But it's going to be a long road. I mean, they're not too far behind if you really look at it. 26 and 24 is 6th place, and 23 and 26 is 13.
Mm-hmm.
So these teams here from 7 to 13 are all just kind of right. They're just vying for a playoff spot. Yeah, they're all right there. So I mean, I think they legitimately have a shot if AD comes back and can stay healthy. I think the Lakers can make the playoffs. So the question is, can they make the playoffs? I think they can. They can at least make the play-in. I think they can. Will they? I don't know. I don't trust AD. Can he stay healthy? How long can LeBron keep this pace up? He's had a great year so far, but can he keep this pace up? Is his body going to hold up? I mean, he tends to take time. He tends to take time off in the second half of the season usually. I mean, that's what I've seen in the past for LeBron.
I just told you, man, you got to look at the Lakers are on a 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 between now and next Saturday.
Right.
If they can beat the Knicks, Pacers, and Pelicans, man, they might be on a roll, man.
It could be.
That's the key. But
and I think the key to the Lakers for me is can AD stay healthy? To me, that's the key to me. Can AD stay healthy? If AD can stay healthy, I think they'll make the play-in. They'll be in that 9, 10, 8, maybe 8. Excuse me. So I think they can, but it's going to be a tough road. Right, they're going to have to pick it up right now, going into the All-Star break and coming out of the All-Star break. Excuse me. So, the other question is, can the Clippers now with Kawhi and PG healthy, can they make a run? They're in 5th place right now. What do you think? Can the Clippers make a deep run with everybody healthy now?
They're in
5th place. So right now, let's say, so you have 8. Let's say you got your play-in, so you have 8 teams make it eventually. They'll probably play the Pelicans. I think they could beat the Pelicans. I mean, they're a young team, but
I think they can beat the Pelicans.
It depends. I think it depends where they land. If they can move up to 3rd place, I think they got a better chance because they would probably play. Well, I don't know who they would play. I don't know. Dallas. Dallas had a good run last year, but I mean, I'm surprised how much they've struggled this year.
Is it the one place 7, 2 plays 6, 3 plays.
I think it's one plays. Yeah, one plays 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, 7. And 4 and 5 play. 6. I believe that's how they do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, let us know what you think. Can the Lakers make it? Can the Clippers make a deep run? You have any other NBA kind of questions or thoughts you want to shoot out there?
Man, I mean, it's looking good across the board, man. I mean, when I look at the East, Bucks, 76, man, and there's stuff.
Yeah.
It's a turn, man, because at the beginning of the season, we had like the Cavaliers, the Heat, all these other teams, the Knicks, same thing out in the West, man. The Nuggets are number one, and I agree, but I'm thinking about, okay, what happened to the Suns? What happened to Golden State? What happened to your perimeter? What happened to those guys, bro?
Yeah. I mean, Golden State, Steph's been hurt.
Yeah.
Draymond hasn't performed well. I mean, to his standards, he's probably now your fourth option. I think Jordan Poole has superseded him as a scorer. I mean, it seems like Jordan Poole is either your second or third option at scoring. Clay hasn't come back to full form yet. I don't know if he ever will. He's not the defensive guy he used to be.
Right.
And so it's kind of, I don't know. Do you think this is still lingering from what happened between Jordan Poole and Draymond Green? That still kind of has a cloud over the team.
I think a little bit of it is still in the air, man. Hard when you don't really have a cap. You don't have somebody like Steph to navigate hard for those guys right now. They don't really have a leader that can lead the organization, and that's why I feel like they're at the bottom.
That may be another question. Can Golden State make a run towards the end of the season as the defending champs? They got everybody still there. I mean, they haven't really lost anybody.
Right. I mean, they're number 9 right now. I mean,
they're number 7 right now, I think.
7.
Yeah, but I mean, usually the 7th place team doesn't make it to the finals. Usually you're in that top 4, maybe 5th place makes it in. You know, it's rare that anybody past 5th place makes it to the finals.
Right.
So, yeah, Golden State. I think right now, I mean, this is going to shake out, man, because there's everybody's. If you look at the West, all those teams from like 6th place to 13th place are like within a game or 2 of each other.
Really close.
Yeah, it's really, really tight. The East seems like there's a little more separation. You know, the top 5 teams, maybe 5 or 6 teams separated themselves a little bit. The Knicks are actually playing pretty well. Atlanta started to play better.
Mm-hmm.
So, but once you get past 8th place, it seems like you get more of a drop off. 9, 10, 11, 12. There's more of a drop off in the East than the West. But we'll see what happens. All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Talk some NFL, man. What about Lamar Jackson? Lamar Jackson. Wow. It seemed like he was headed back to Baltimore. It seemed like that was a pretty sure thing. Now there's reports he could be maybe with the Jets, the Patriots, even the Falcons. Ooh, the Falcons are a possible landing spot. Which team do you think has the best chance of getting Lamar to come be their quarterback next year? What are you thinking? Where are you leaning?
So, I mean, man, I'll be honest. I think the Jets are making a power play by getting Nathaniel Hackett as their offensive coordinator.
Okay. That seems like Aaron Rodgers. They're making a power play for Aaron. Okay. So you think the Jets are out?
The Jets are nowhere in the picture. They're not even going to New England either.
Okay. No Patriots for him?
Nah, I mean they missed the playoffs, but they
I have a feeling you're leaning somewhere.
Mac Jones, where's he going? He's not going in. He's not leaving there, man. They're going to develop him, man. And he has Belichick. It's a great system, man. So I think, Belichick second is Nick Saban. So they're going to develop him and coach, trying to train that guy to be the Patriots organization.
Right.
Now, if it's it's left up to me, and I got to think Atlanta would lean more towards him. I don't think Atlanta is going to sign big money.
They just drafted a young kid. They just drafted a young kid.
And that's what I'm looking at. I may or may not sign him. I would develop Ritter, get Ritter ready to get into the saddle. Skill player.
Do you think Ritter's your future? You think Ritter's your future?
I mean, I think so. I mean, he was a great kid up at Cincinnati.
Yeah,
I mean,
but he didn't show much. He hasn't shown much. Is it coaching? Is it just he's just a little raw, a little green? He's just not ready.
Our coaching is poor, bro.
I mean, look at Purdy. He's in the championship game. I mean, he's got a better team around him.
But as the offensive weapons, the receivers, the X, the slot, the running back.
Yeah, I mean, y'all got some weapons. Y'all got some weapons.
No, he has an offensive mind, and Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Who's?
So, what do you think of your coach? What do you think about Atlanta's coach? Are you going to hang on to him? Should he get another offensive coordinator?
Man. I think this will be my last year holding. If we don't do anything this year, he got to go.
Hey, did you get your jersey, by the way? Cowboys jersey?
It ain't came in yet, man.
It ain't came in yet? Oh, man. All right. We got to show that off when you get it. Hey, so is there any other possible landing spots that you're thinking about as far as the Ravens? I mean, as far as Lamar Jackson? I had a kind of a thought that I've heard.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
I think I tag Lamar Jackson, to be honest. Tag him. Go ahead and tag him. But
then he has to accept the tag. He could sit out. I mean, he's going to give up like 40-something million, but
man, they got.
You think tag him and you think tag him and he'll play? Because he's got to sign it. He's got to accept the tag.
I think if they tag him, he'll play. But I think Lamar Jackson made a mistake. He
should have signed in off season. I think he should have signed in off season. I think he did make a mistake because he got hurt again. If he'd have signed, he'd still be getting paid.
Money.
Yeah. I mean, he bet on himself, and it seemed like he lost. He bet on himself and lost because he got injured, and then now he's not playing. And he may have been trying to protect himself a little bit, by not playing, making sure he doesn't hurt himself more, trying to come back and play.
But he ain't got no agent, Flo. He ain't got no agent.
He should get an agent and just that's for sure. He should get an agent and get himself out of that. And just so he don't have to mess with it. It gets too personal when it's you.
Focus on football.
Exactly. Because you got to deal with all the. I mean, when you got an agent, he's got to deal with the management and the owner or whatever, and you don't got to mess with it. You just go through your agent. It just seems it's just rough doing it yourself.
He's doing everything.
Yeah.
You know
what? You know what?
Where do you foresee Lamar Jackson going? Honestly.
Well, I don't know if I see this, but a possible place, and I heard a couple people throw this around. What if they go 1-for-1 to Chicago for Justin Fields and just 1-for-1? Because number one, the Baltimore Ravens, their whole offense is built around Lamar, and Justin Field is a similar player. He runs a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that system is built for Justin Fields. Plus, the Ravens get a cheaper player, in Justin Fields, who's still on a rookie deal, and maybe Chicago gets somebody who can bring some life into that city, into that football team, who's needed somebody a good. They've never. Who's the great quarterback for the Chicago Bears? I can't think of any great quarterback for the Bears. That's what I'm saying. He would revitalize that football program, and that would be a big splash play. Both teams basically that they've been building their offense around the similar style quarterbacks who can run a lot, move around. Lamar's probably a better thrower right now. Justin is still probably a little raw, but he could go into a system that's already built for him because Lamar is a similar player.
What about Carolina, New Orleans? New Orleans got some holes on their offense.
I don't know if New Orleans got the cap space. I don't know if
New Orleans,
they got a little bit, but I don't know. Carolina, maybe.
I doubt it.
I don't know. It's rough. I mean, there's not a lot of options I mean, if Rodgers falls through, maybe he goes to the Jets. The Jets got some cap room. But Lamar's looking for Deshaun Watson money. And I don't think anybody going to pay that kind of money no more.
And then you got to look at this
for a running quarterback. Because it's not that he's not any good. Like I said, I had him in my top 5. It's just that they tend to get hurt and they don't last as long because they can't. The legs is the first thing to go. You know that. That's why running backs don't last more than maybe 5-6 years.
5-6 years.
Yeah, because the legs are the first to go, and with a running quarterback, unless you're a quality pocket passer, they're not going to want to keep you and pay you because you're not going to last 10, 15 years like a pocket guy or a guy who doesn't need to run around. Let me ask you this question
right here.
Yeah.
There ain't that many quarterbacks coming out in this draft class.
Yeah.
Not many.
Yeah. Right.
You got the kid from USC or Ohio State, Stroud, CJ, I think his name. Maybe you got a kid coming out of Florida that's the quarterback, but there ain't that many quarterbacks that are coming out.
There's like a couple. I mean, you got the guy from Ohio State, CJ?
Yeah.
You got him, and then you got, there's not a lot. There's like 3 or 4 at first rounders, and they're not like sure things.
If you look at mock draft,
Stroud is probably your,
looking at the mock draft right now, they forecast is going to be the first pick is going to be Bryce Young going to the.
Bryce Young. I've seen some people take C.J. Stroud. Some people take C.J.
And then they got Stroud. Stroud going to Houston or.
But is Bryce Young really? Is he a legit sure thing?
He got to get in the weight room, bro. You got to get in the weight room.
I'm just saying he's not a sure thing. I mean, how many Alabama quarterbacks are out there that are great? You got Mac Jones, but he's not great. He's okay.
Tua is probably the best thing smoking that's ever clicked.
I mean, the Bama fans tried to claim Jalen Hurts, even though he left. They can't claim him. I've seen some of them Alabama fans. Jalen Hurts is still Roll Tide. No, he's not. Y'all kicked him out. But yeah. So anyway, so speaking of rumors, what about Aaron Rodgers? It seems like there's some movement there that the Packers may move on without him. Some possible landing spots for him are also the Jets. Some people speculate the Raiders or even the Titans. Where do you think Rodgers ends up next year? Is he a Packer next year?
He gone, bro, and that's gonna free a whole lot of cap space for them.
Right, for Rodgers. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but who do you think? Where do you think he goes? I mean, there's some. Those are your top 3: Jets, Raiders, Titans. Jets.
Hands down. Him and Nathan Hackett gonna regroup, and then they're gonna do the thing.
But isn't he following kind of the Brett Favre? I mean, he goes to the Jets just like Brett Favre. I'm just saying he's following his footsteps. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? I mean, because he was waiting on Brett Favre to leave so he could take over. Jordan is kind of waiting on Aaron Rodgers to leave, and now Aaron Rodgers goes to the same place that Brett Favre went. It's just weird. I don't know. I don't know if he's willing to do that. But, I mean, the Raiders are an option too, though. I mean, they're not moving forward Derek Carr, and he could reunite with Devontae Adams. The Raiders could be an option. You don't think?
So where's Carr go?
Well, I mean, they're gonna let him go either way.
You think they'll let him go this year?
They are. They've already said they're moving on. They've already made every indication. Derek Carr said, I really wanted to stay here and I wasn't gonna play, and then he made that emotional speech about him. He still has a passion burning inside of him, and it might be somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere else. I mean, they're moving on from Derek Carr, man.
Now let me ask you this: do you think signs Geno Smith to a long-term deal?
I don't think so.
Think so?
I don't know. Maybe you think they? I don't know if they franchise tag him. I mean, he made an All-Star game or what? What do you call those in the NFL? I can't even think now.
Bowl.
Oh, a Pro Bowl. Yeah, he made a Pro Bowl, so that's pretty good. So that being said, where does Tom Brady end up? I mean, I think you got to have one of these dominoes fall for the other ones to fall. Right?
Brady's definitely not going to be in Tampa next year.
He's not going to be in Tampa. That all indications he's not.
Spot for Tom Brady.
Some people said the Titans.
The Raiders. Man,
the Raiders.
If they could pull Tom Brady to Las Vegas,
what about Miami? That's where he wanted to go initially.
You get rid of
they quit playing him. I mean, if you think about it, they took him and they didn't want to play him anymore. A lot of it's got to do with concussions, but still, I mean, what about the Titans? What about the Titans? Tannehill's not taking them anywhere.
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, he's not taking them anywhere. Or another speculation was the Colts.
Right.
They have everything but the quarterback. They've had everything but the quarterback for the last 4 years. They tried who was the guy from the Chargers a while back? Rivers. They tried Phillip Rivers, and then they tried Carson Wentz. They tried Matt Ryan. I mean, they got everything but the quarterback, really, to be honest. They got a great running back. They have a pretty good defense. Could he possibly end up in the Colts with the Colts?
I think strong possibility.
Yeah.
But that's going to shift a lot.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You got guys like Tua, Carr.
Right.
Ryan, you got a lot of talent quarterback. I give him a 5 and below rating.
Where do you think he ends up? What's your best bet for Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
Huh?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yeah,
oh, really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now then you talking about. That's when you talking AFC West. You got Herbert. You got Russell. You got some powerhouses out there in the AFC West.
Right. Okay. All right, so we're fixing to move on to the playoffs and talk about the playoffs. One more sad news. The Cowboys are out. Our Cowboys have fallen short. Once again in the playoffs. Everybody's trolling the Cowboys again. But, hey, let's look at this. Let's look at this real quick. I have a chart. Let me see if I can bring it up here. So, yeah. Let me turn this overlay off. Give me a second. Let's see here. What am I going to bring up here? Here we go. This one right here. All right. So look at this. Look at this chart. So over here, this is basically the over-under for the amount of wins that the teams were supposed to have. And then the middle is the record that they have. And then this is if they were a plus, they had more or less games than they were supposed to.
What?
So this is the over-under. But look at the Cowboys here. They were 10.5 games. We won 12 games. So if you look at what they were projected to do and what they actually did, we actually were successful. Because we won 12 games. I mean, we only won one playoff game. Last year, I think we didn't win any playoff games. And we were still 12 and 4 because the games went up, but we're 12-5 and we won one playoff game. So technically, aren't we? Couldn't you say the Cowboys are progressing or moving in the right direction? Maybe. Just put a positive spin on it. I mean, that's possible. I know a lot of people are trolling us, blah blah blah. But I mean, from a fan perspective, we actually did do better than we did last year. And we did better than we were projected to do. 10.5 wins is the projection. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll look at some of the offseason stuff. But we'll look at some of this in a minute. But what are you thinking as far as the offseason for the Cowboys? They brought back Dan Quinn. He's coming back. Looks like Kellen Moore's coming back. What do the Cowboys need to do in the offseason to take it up a notch, to take it to the next level? What's the missing? What's missing? A couple of things that the Cowboys need next year to really be to the next level?
Defense is superb, man. I have no objection with the defense. The defense, superb offensive coordinator. What the hell is Kellen Moore going to do with the offense? What the hell is Kellen Moore going to do with the offense?
I don't know.
You've invested a lot of money in Dak Prescott, Dakota Prescott, whatever, and he ain't producing. Man, he's so wishy-washy.
I mean,
Tampa Bay Cowboys game, he played superb.
I am. You know me. I was angry at Dak Prescott. I was upset, and it hurt. But to be honest, I took a step back, and I'm taking it objectively. Dak Prescott has not been known as an interception guy his whole career. This is his first season where he's had a lot more than you would think.
The most.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe this is just a year he took a step. Look, remember last year, everybody was talking about Mahomes, how he was throwing all these interceptions, blah, blah, blah. And he took and this year he's cleaned that up. Maybe this is just one of those years he had a down year throwing the ball. And maybe next year he cleans that up a little bit. To me, I've always said this since the day he got there, is Dak Prescott needs to run the ball. He needs to be a runner. Not like Mar, but a runner where he had, especially in the red zone, especially to pick up 10 yards here and there in order to just to keep the defense honest. And he also, I think he throws better on the run, rolling out, moving the pocket around, maybe, a little bootleg or whatever. He throws better on. Okay. Outside, and I agree with that too.
Needs another weapon. That is true.
That's true. He does need another weapon out there. If you look at, they should have just hung on to Amari Cooper. That's my opinion. He was great with Amari. I think they should have hung on to Amari Cooper, but that's all water under the bridge. You can't do that. But he does need another weapon. He needs a legitimate number 1 or 1B next to CD. He needs a guy
receiver
on the other side. But he needs, to me, they need to go out and find maybe a veteran. And I'm not sure. Maybe. What about D-Hop? They go out and get Hopkins. That's what I'm thinking. Go out there and get Hopkins. Yeah. He didn't get hurt. So I think they should go out and get DeAndre Hopkins. Make a run for him. Yeah, make a run for DeAndre Hopkins. So that's my opinion, or someone to that in that mold that can be. Yeah. So I don't know who else that would be. Can you think of another one? But they for sure need another weapon on offense, especially at receiver, right? The other thing is, I don't know if they can hold on to Schultz. Schultz is like a security blanket for him. They have to hold on to Schultz, man. He's been good for him. I don't know if you've got another guy who can replace him. Schultz has been a great. They may have to franchise tag him. I don't know, but they need to sign him to a long-term deal.
Right.
Schultz, because he's been a security blanket for Dak this year. He did make a big mistake in that game where he didn't put his second foot down. That was kind of dumb, but it is what it is. But as far as long term, I think Schultz. If you don't sign Schultz, you have to do something. You have to sign some other good tight end. I don't know what other good tight ends out there. I haven't really looked, but so anything else? What else do you think the Cowboys need? Should they get it?
And we already talked about the money. They need to take less money. Ezekiel is not working his weight in salt, man.
I don't know.
Pay him more.
And the other problem is, how does I can't even think of his name now. Pollard. How does he come back off this injury?
Gotta see, man. It's gonna be.
Yeah, Hendershot does have potential. He does potential, but man, I don't know. It'd be hard if you let go of Schultz. Hendershot's gonna have to pop next year. He'd have to pop next year and be a viable option.
Trade,
okay.
and then again, we don't know.
Thanks for the comment.
How will bounce back. He's right.
Okay. Trade Zeke, get a
Elliott,
wide. But who's going to take Zeke's contract? That's the problem. I don't think anybody's going to pick up that contract. What is he?
No.
What is he supposed to get next year? I think he's going to get a lot of money next year. I'm trying to see what he's going to get.
What? Hold on. In 2023, he will earn a base salary of 10 while carrying a cap of 16.7 million dead capital. So
16 million.
Initially, they cap $1 million deal.
Huh?
Initially, they for $90 million.
Yeah, I mean they paid him early, but I mean, who's going to pay a running back who's lost a step? Going to trade for that? That's the only problem I see.
I wouldn't want him.
Yeah, I mean he said he was willing to take less money, but then there's people who said no, that's a false report. So I don't know. I think he should be willing to take it.
So next year he's going to get 10.9, 1.5 million signing bonus and a 2.6 million option.
Wow.
This dude he's been getting paid good money.
He's getting paid. He's getting paid money like he's running 1,000-yard seasons every year. Now he did make it, but this year you could tell he lost a step.
Yeah,
that's good. He said
like
last
Russell
year
Westbrook,
tough.
Who's gonna pick that up?
That's a Russell. I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know who's going to pick up that contract, but I don't know. And I don't think Jerry's always got a soft heart for those players that he drafts. That's what I don't like about Jerry. If he drafts you, he feels like he's your, that's his child, That's why he let Amari go, because he didn't draft Amari. He was a free agent.
Yeah.
Jerry's always willing to give up free agents, but people he drafts, he takes care of.
He wants to coddle them and keep
he
them and
he does, because he wants to prove that I don't know, he's just too attached to people. He did that. He did that.
He didn't keep what's the name
with Zeke. He did that with what's his name, Jalen Smith. He did that with Jalen Smith. And, I mean, they finally ended up getting rid of him. Dez Bryant, I know, but Dez was good, man. I don't know. Don't talk about Dez, man. That's soft. That's sore subject, man. I took a picture with Dez.
Yeah, I remember in the airport and everything.
Yeah,
bro.
Dez is my boy, and that's my guy. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man.
Listen, bro.
I think he's got to be willing to renegotiate.
Here's the.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Go ahead.
How can the Cowboys continue to go to the year and not get past and win? Do they hold on to Mike McCarthy? I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't know. Didn't he say that Jerry told him he wants him to be there as long as Tom Landry was, something like that? That's what he said the other day. That's what he said.
Sean Payton is a good fit for Dallas. Sean Payton. Go get Sean Payton. Yeah.
Does he want to be there? I don't know if he wants to be there. Do you think he really wants to be there?
Jerry Jones in your ear doing this, chirp, focus, because you got the owner doesn't know his limits.
But that's what Jerry's gonna do. Jerry's gonna do that.
Man.
That's all Jerry's gonna do, man. He's gonna do that. I don't know. All right, so let us know what you think. Cowboys off season. Any other stuff you want to talk about? We appreciate you. Share, like, do all that good stuff. Let's go on to the conference championships this weekend. You got the 49ers and the Eagles in the early game, and the Bengals at the Chiefs in the late game. The 49ers or the Eagles are 2.5-point favorites at home. The Chiefs are 1.5 points. They were underdogs early in the week, but now they're 1.5-point favorites. And a lot of that probably had to do with Patrick Mahomes' leg or his ankle. He had a high ankle sprain. And a lot of people say high ankle sprain is really, you got some torn ligaments up there. It's really not a sprain like you think of. But so we already got Elias, Bengals and Niners. So all right, so here we go. Let's talk about the early game. Give me some. You want to take the Niners or the Eagles? Who do you want to take keys to the game? Who do you want to take?
I'll take the Niners, man.
Okay. What are the keys to the game for the Niners?
Man, the Niners first. I mean, the Niners basically, man, their defense is. I think their defense is going to hold up really, really well. Their defense.
Mm-hmm.
Who did they play on? I'm trying to think. Who did they play in the last game?
The last game.
The 49ers.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
They just played.
If they were able to contain them, keep the ball on the ground, contain the running
Pollard got hurt.
game, and they didn't
To be honest, Pollard was looking
Yeah.
good. He got hurt. So we don't know because all you had was Zeke after that.
Like I just said, establish run early and contain Hurts. Kind of captured it all right there, but like I said, I think that if their defense is able to play, able to move the ball and utilize IU and McCaffrey efficiently,
there it is.
49ers winning this game. But they got to start early, man. Hot and heavy early.
Okay, so you're pick. Let's just make our picks. So you're picking the Niners, right? Or who are you picking?
I'm going with the Niners, bro. I forgot what
Okay.
score I gave you.
I don't even know. I have to look it up.
Yeah,
Did you put it on the page?
I think I
Put it
did.
on the page. Okay.
Yeah.
You can look up. You have time. So here's what I think. My heart says I want the Niners and the Chiefs to win, but my head says the Eagles are going to win this game, and here's why. The Cowboys held the Niners to 19 points. The only reason that the Niners even scored those points, you remember, Diggs had an interception there on that one drive. It hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
Purdy has gotten lucky bounces, for lack of a better term, but he's had some lucky things happen in interceptions. I think his luck starts to run out. I think that the defense from the Eagles is just as good. Some people will say better than the Cowboys, but they're just as good as the Cowboys. They're able to they got the most sacks in the NFL, so they're going to get some pressure on Purdy. They're going to make him do things he doesn't want to do. And the Eagles, I don't think, because I think if the Cowboys keep Pollard, they're able to continue to run the ball. They ran the ball fairly well when Pollard was in there, and you had Zeke and Pollard. You have Jalen Hurts, who is another run option for the Eagles, and you have Jalen Hurts to run the ball. Plus, you have who is the other guy? Saunders. You have Saunders as well. They have a good run game. Even Scott can run the ball. Saunders. And they're gonna have I guess the 49ers are gonna want to make Jalen pass the ball more than run the ball. But they're gonna have a tough time stopping that run game of the Eagles with Jalen Hurts.
No.
So the Eagles, I see the Eagles winning this game, even though I don't want them to win this game. I see them winning this game. It could be a blowout. It could be a blowout. Let's see what Elias has to say here.
That's the thing. People
forget.
Forget Niners. Niners are a run first team, so Purdy just needs to have it.
Here's the thing, though. If this is what's going to happen, this is what I see happening. I think that the Eagles are going to jump on early. They're going to get a 10-point lead or 14-point lead or something. They're going to take away that run game by nature of the score being ahead, and they're going to sell out to stop the run, and they're going to say, hey, you beat us, Purdy. And he's probably going to have to, because I think they're going to fall behind. I think that they're going to stop the 49ers offense early. And the Eagles are going to score on their first two possessions. And so they're going to start. That's going to start 10 or 14, whatever the case may be. And they're going to force the Niners to need to throw the ball to try and get back in the game. And the Eagles are going to sell out. Hey, you're going to have to throw it. We're not going to let you run it. Let me see what he says.
He's right. If the Niners start off slow, that's where they got to come out fast, ugly, man.
That's what I think. I think it's going to get ugly. I think it will get ugly. I think the Eagles could win this running away. They're going to force Purdy to be the quarterback, and he's had some lucky bounces lately. He's had some lucky bounces. interceptions that the other team did not capitalize, did not catch him. He didn't have a great stat line. I mean, he only had 200 yards. He had basically the same stat line that Dak had, and everybody thought Dak did terrible, except for the interceptions. And he could have had at least one, maybe two interceptions in that game, and we just missed it. The Cowboys missed it on defense. So I see this game. I think it's still going to be close because I feel like there'll be some garbage time at the end. I feel like the Niners may end up flexing their muscle on defense, maybe, and trying to get back in this game. I think it'll be something in the neighborhood of 29-20. 29-20. But it could get ugly.
He said if Bosa or Fred won against the holder hurt, so you.
But what did Bosa really do against the Cowboys? And I think the Eagles have a better offensive line. Bosa wasn't that big a deal. Didn't make much noise in that game.
He didn't make much noise against that.
He got a little bit of pressure. Most of that game was just that Dak made a couple of big mistakes. That was the difference in the game. They held the Niners offense down. It's just that our offense couldn't get going. I think the Eagles have a better offensive line than the Cowboys, and they were able to hold Bosa down. So I just think the Eagles are going to win this game. I hope that they lose, but I think they're going to win this game.
So you said 20-20?
I said 29-20.
All right,
29-20.
My prediction. I'm going to go 34-27, 49. 34, 27, 40 in that order.
34-27. I'm going to write it down because you tend to lie and make up stuff.
I be lying, bro.
I'm just saying. He's like, I told you. Like, you didn't say that. All right, let's talk about the Bengals and the. Hey, man, you always be talking. You talk too much, man. You talk too much.
I ain't saying that. I'm just. This game gonna be a blowout. Blowout by the Bengals.
Okay. Oh, wow. So what are the keys for the Bengals since you're taking the Bengals?
The key for the Bengals?
Yeah, give me some keys for the Bengals game to win this game.
Bro, man. Offensively, they got all the weapons on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Burrow's got to stay in the punch thing as usual.
Okay.
The defense, their defense is pretty good because I don't think nobody numbers like that against the Bengals like that.
Right.
They played a close game. Who was it the Bengals played last week? Not Jacksonville. Played the round. Oh, they beat Baltimore. Then who did play after Baltimore in the divisional
round? The Bills.
Yeah.
The Bills.
Then they beat. Oh yeah, they laid.
They beat the brakes off those boys.
To the Bills, man. So they walked the dog on the Bills, and they beat the Bills by 17. So man, I feel really confident. About
what's the key? Give me a key to the game. Give me a key to the wide receivers.
So man, open up the offensive game. Already open up and their defense plays decent.
Okay.
They contain Mahomes. You got to keep if Mahomes like you said.
Yeah, I think we're both taking the Bengals, but let me give you some keys for the Chiefs. Okay, the keys for the Chiefs is to let Mahomes cook a little bit from the pocket early.
Yep.
Don't give him too much to run around. Let him play from the pocket a little bit. He can play from the pocket, and that's the good thing about Mahomes is that he can do both. The thing about Mahomes is that when the pocket breaks down, that he can make a play outside, right? And with his ankle, the problem is, like Elias said, they want to make him run on that ankle, right? And so what the Chiefs want to do is script, and I think Andy Reid will do this, script plays early so Mahomes doesn't have to run around. Do some quick throws, maybe run the ball early. Do some things easy, quick throws so that you kind of get him going, you get him feeling in a rhythm, you let him get warmed up, and you don't make him run around too much early, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get him going to where he doesn't have to run around. I think the offensive line is gonna protect in such a way that Mahomes doesn't need to run, and then they're gonna have some plays scripted early. And this is what I think is the key: is to let him throw quick outs, quick slants, whatever the case may be. Maybe some screen plays or whatever, so he doesn't have to run around too much, like Elias is saying, make him run on that ankle. So do that early. And I think the other thing for the Chiefs is, hey, don't let them get big plays down the field. Play too deep, cover, two safeties up high, and just make them throw underneath and run the ball. And the Bengals can run the ball. But I'm saying is make them do that and don't give them the big plays, because that's what the Bengals do. That's their big play. They have that big playability, and that's what Burrow wants to do. Burrow wants to throw it down the field. He wants to get that big play to Jamar Chase. That's what he wants to. So limit the big plays down the field, and then the Chiefs basically play a little bit of ball control. Play a little ball control.
FBI, he said problems. And if T. Higgins has an explosive, spectacular game, deal. He's spectacular, man.
Okay.
He's great.
Okay.
He's great.
Okay. So give me your prediction then.
39-17.
What is it?
39-17.
What? A blowout?
Yeah, man.
Oh man, come on. Any reason not gonna let that happen?
39-17, bang.
Okay. 39-17. So now I know it's not gonna be a blowout.
Bro, how do you know, bro?
39-17 Bengals. Okay, you send me a little private chat. I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
20. We close. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I think it's going to be close. Let's see. I think he's taking the Bengals anyway. He's 35-20. That's still that seems a little high to me. I think this is going to be a close game. I think the Chiefs are going to intentionally slow this game down so the Mahomes doesn't have to run it. I think this game, I'm rooting for the Chiefs with my heart for Mahomes, but the Bengals, they just looked good. The offense looks like it's clicking. It's moving really, really well. Mahomes is compromised. No matter what you want to say, no matter how healthy they say that ankle is, he is compromised. And sometimes he has some of his best plays in the playoffs, especially running the ball 25 yards down the field, running for a big run, or scrambling and making a play with his legs. That's part, especially in the playoffs. And I think that part's compromised. So I just feel like they're going to do just enough. They're going to do just enough. But anyway, they're going to do just enough to beat the Chiefs. I say this game comes down to pretty close game, and I think it's going to be. I'm going to go with a high scoring game as well, but I'm going to go 30-27 Bengals.
That close?
Yes, close game. I think the Chiefs make this close. I think the fact Mahomes is going to have to make a play with his legs that he can't quite make because he's compromised, and I think the Bengals win a close game. Oh, man. Come on, man. Y'all quit fighting. All right. So that's my score. Let us know what you think. Who's going to win the NFC? Who's going to win the AFC? Like, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate the comments. Share this on your Facebook or wherever you're watching from. We appreciate you watching. Let us know what you think and who you think is going to win this conference game. I'm off tomorrow. I don't know if you want to do anything tomorrow or whatever. Let me know what you want to do.
Time of the second game. I want to see the first game.
You want to see the first one?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see the game. I want to see. I don't care about the other game. I'll watch the other game, but want to see the 49ers Eagles game.
Oh, that's the game you want to see? So you're going to go to Dubs? You can go to Dubs for that?
Boom. And then we can do like a half-time show the next game, however you want to do it, man.
Okay. I don't know. So you want to do like an in-between? I think they're going to go back-to-back, right? As soon as the first game, the next game's going to start?
Yeah, we can do something like that. 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And what if we just do a wrap-up show? Because that game will be over, like 8:30, 9?
Yeah, we can do a wrap-up after both of them. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, we'll do a wrap-up after both of them. Let's do that. Hey, appreciate you watching the show. I told you. Let's go, man.
Oh, bro. Man. You got it.
Let's go, man. Let's go. I told you.
Hey, bro. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow we do wrap-up show, the conference finals. I'm rooting for the Niners and the Chiefs, but I'm picking the Eagles and the Bengals. So either way, I'll be right. I'm just kidding, but my prediction will be wrong. But I hope I'm wrong.
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, wrap up a show tomorrow. We'll see you.